If there's one thing that you should know about me, it's that I am extremely lazy, especially whenever it comes to meal prepping. I've posted one of these already, meal prep that doesn't suck. This is part 2, meal preps that don't suck. We're making 2 today. One is some Japanese barbecue meatballs with this Japanese barbecue sauce, and then a few other inspired things. And then one is just gonna be chicken breast that is seasoned, that I top with different sauces throughout the week. Because I have to use chicken in so many different meals, I have 2 or 3 meals with chicken in it, and it's just too much if I have to eat the same thing over and over and over again. And instead of making 2 completely different dishes, we're just gonna make some baked chicken breast and then have it throughout the week. But meatballs, it is time. I do believe I have all the ingredients. I do not. I need an egg. All right, and instead of last time that I cooked in my kitchen and trying to show you over my shoulder and everything, I think this is a great spot for you. And then you can kind of see everything, and if I want to show you, I will. But most likely, I won't want to show you. So we have 93.7 lean ground beef. Get whatever one fits your meal plan and your diet, but 93.7 is mine. And you're just gonna squeeze that right in there. Before you do that, before you get started on this, if you have rice, which I make these with rice, put that in your rice cooker. I have mine going right behind the camera. So it is, I think I have like 3 cups of rice in 6 cups of water in the rice cooker with some coconut oil. And then also preheat your oven to 365. Let's do 365. This is 2 pounds of beef, I believe. Should last me around a week or so. Your boy eats a lot. Egg. Okay, that just fucking squirted everywhere. Into the bowl as well. Take your burnt ass toast because you burnt it. Just use breadcrumbs. I don't have any, so toasted bread works. This is gonna add a nice little smoky flavor. Yeah. Get that ash in there. That's what you really want. You want the ash. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be lovely. Let's get some that doesn't have ash in it, please. This is just an easy way to do breadcrumbs. If you didn't know, breadcrumbs is just toasted up pieces of bread. That's fucking, basically they just put it in a giant blender. Alrighty, so for the seasonings, obviously base layer of some salt. Get some pepper in there. I have just a touch of onion powder. And then a touch of garlic powder. And then I also have minced garlic and ginger in this that I minced up prior to this. We'll throw that in as well. I like to have a little bit of a bigger kind of like chunk of onion in there and ginger instead of grated ginger or grated onion. That way you have some like texture in your meatball. Also, meatball is just a giant meatloaf. That's all it is. Or a small meatloaf, I mean. Some soy sauce. This gives it a real nice flavor. Gives some of that saltiness. And then this is the Japanese barbecue sauce I'm going to be using. I'm going to do a very light coating of this to start, and then finish with it once they're out of the oven. Now, you can mix this, you can put a glove on, you can try to mix it with like one of those spatula things, you know, whatever. I just go in with my hands because I'm a man of the people. And you mix stuff with your grippers. And you just want to mix until everything is fully incorporated together. You don't want like one spot to be heavily one thing and not the other, because then you're going to get an uneven taste in your balls. No one wants that. So that's probably good right there. I'm going to rinse my hands off. Wash them fully, actually, because I'm not a degenerate. Welcome to the other part of my kitchen, about 2 feet over, at the oven. Our oven is almost preheated. I have my chicken here. I did not get enough chicken. I wasn't expecting to make this video, so didn't buy enough chicken, but I'll still show you how I prepare my chicken. A little bit of olive, I think this is avocado oil, actually. Just gonna move that and douse it with all that. So now that is fully coated underneath, base layer of salt for these chicken breasts. Oven is now preheated. A little bit of pep. And then just garlic and onion. And some onion as well. And then that right there, I'll just top with a bunch of different sauces that I have. Sometimes the Japanese barbecue, sometimes just like soy sauce, buffalo sauce, whatever I have, whatever I'm feeling that day. I wrap my pan in tin foil, just makes it a little bit easier for me. Take your whatever oil you want to use, I don't care. Put this, get a good layer on that. You don't want your balls to stick to the tin foil. And then I'll actually kind of spread it around with my hand just to make sure that it's evenly coated. And this oil will actually help you in the long run. Make sure that it's coated everywhere. And then that oil is now on your hand, glistening. Rub it onto your other hand, and now you got lubed up hands. That's gonna help you with the ball creation. With your greased up hands, grab just a portion of the meat. Again, if you don't want to touch raw meat, you can use like a cookie scooper or an ice cream scoop or whatever they're called. And then just roll in your hand. And I like some bigger meatballs, so I go about the palm of my hand if my hands are closed like this, and that creates a nice meatball. Start in one end, and then yeah, just continue that. Try to make them all pretty even, but you know, sometimes that doesn't happen, and that's all right. I don't know how many meatballs this is gonna make. I'm not sure, but we'll figure that out together. There's 2. You want to space them just a little bit apart. They're not like cookies. They're not going to expand. They're going to shrink. But you still don't want them to be touching when they're in the oven. Meatballs make the stress go away. The cool thing, too, is once you know a meatball recipe, you just insert whatever sauce you want into it, and then it's a different recipe. How cool is that? So this is a thing that's going to happen to you at one point in life. You're going to get a ball that isn't full, you know, and then you're going to really question what you do. So if you want meatballs to be the exact same size every single time, use a food scale and just set your ball on the food scale, zero it out each time you grab, you have a certain amount. If you're here, like I am, with a mini ball, with all these large balls, we're just going to find the largest one. Kind of take a little bit off each. Just a little bit off each. You know, everyone shares. Everyone picks each other up. You know, in this community, in this meatball world, all these meatballs are happy to give a little piece of themselves to help other people. And I think we can learn a lot from this and these meatballs. I think we can learn that, you know, it's okay to not be fully ready to go in the oven yet, you know? Everyone else is there to help you out and believes in you, and will even give you pieces of themselves to watch you succeed and watch you become the best meatball that you can be. And that's what the world's really about, is just trying to be the best meatball that you can be. You know, not the biggest meatball, the strongest meatball in the world, just whatever you can accomplish. And if that's a big meatball, then cool. If it's a mini meatball, cool. If people need to give part of their meatball to make you who you are, I think that's a beautiful thing. And then before you know it, once everything's said and done, you're all the same size meatball. And you can navigate the world together, or alone if you want to, as long as you never forget the people who got you to the point that you're at and gave up a little bit of themselves so you could succeed and be the best meatball that you can be. Now that all the meatballs are done, they're ready to go in the oven with the chicken. That's why I bake them at 365, because the meatballs will be done, then the chicken will be done. It's a good temperature for both. Again, I'm lazy. I just cook everything at the same time. So we're going to throw these into the oven once I wash my hands, and then I'll show you the finished product whenever it's paired up with some rice, with some sesame seeds, with some more sauce. So catch y'all then. Meatballs are done. Now I know they look not appetizing right now, and that is where this sauce comes in. Shake it around. You want to top each one with a little bit of sauce, and that's gonna kind of marinate while it like sets in Tupperware in the fridge or whatever you choose to do with it. I'm gonna get it set up with some rice and show you what the phenomenal meal could look like. Some rice, some beef, those phenomenal meatballs. Beautiful. And they keep in your fridge. The size I've made them, one ball is about 100 grams, two is 200, and that's what's on the meal plan. This Japanese barbecue sauce, I find it at Target. It's other places. You don't have to get this exact brand. There's other ones out there. I'm gonna eat my food and enjoy this for the rest of the week. Thank you all so much for watching. I gotta pull the chicken out at some point. The chicken's boring. No one cares about the chicken. You came here for the meatballs. So, thank you all so much for watching. This is another episode of Meal Preps That Don't Suck. Please stop eating boring ass food whenever you're on a diet and start eating good quality, great tasting foods that are sustainable and that you'll actually stick to. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.